Good morning, folks. Welcome to my channel, or welcome back to my channel, whatever the case may be. This is Mara Nightingale, and this is Crafts with Nightingale. Sorry, darn nose. I hate having allergies, and oh my goodness, this weather does not help. It is snowing like a bugger outside here. In beautiful British Columbia. It is December 18th. That is a Wednesday. Today is my payday. Yay! I've paid all but one of my bills. I just have to apparently go to Canada Post, go to the post office now that... Good news! Canada Post, they ended their strike. They went back to work yesterday morning. Well, they were forced to go back. They're still going through negotiations, but they had to, the employees had to go back to work because of the backlog of mail, parcels and letters and... Yes, so... Anyways, so I have started showing off my my cross stitch, my pink, I almost said house, my pink tree. I got a fair bit over here done. I actually did a lot yesterday. I've got a whole bunch of this one color done here. Let me turn this light on and see if it helps. There. Okay. Oh dear. Oh dear, oh dear, oh dear. I'm sorry, I made a fresh jug of juice this morning and it's leaking. Anywho. Alright, there we go. So yes, so I've got this dark pink here, I've got the purple, I got a bunch of this black done, the base of the tree, the whole bottom across here is done. Yeah, so as you can see, I've been pretty productive on this yesterday. I got a bunch here done, all along here, and then I've got here, over here. I've only got I've only got the 2 needles, so I gotta wait until I'm finished with one before I can do this light green color here, which is number 8, which is actually 666. The color 666. So yeah, it's actually coming along quite nicely. I like how it's coming along. My hands aren't hurting as much as they were in the beginning, but after a while, so I am actually able to go for longer periods of time with working on it. But I'm still going shopping tomorrow. I messaged my dad and asked him if he was still going to the town next door, and he said yes. So yeah, so I'm going tomorrow, getting propane, getting a canvas. I'm gonna go to the dollar store, and yes, Jill, I am going to see about oven gloves, oven mitts. Excuse me. The kind that I would really like to get are very expensive, so I will be getting just some El Cheapos from the dollar store. What I normally use are dishcloths. Now, I know it's got a pink stain, but you can see I make these myself with cotton, and you'll see it's tiny compared to the regular size dishcloth. I actually like this size. I use this size. I originally made them this size as a coaster, because yeah, you put your drink on top, and it soaks up any moisture, any liquids that might spill or whatnot. But you can see it's pretty small. Yeah, it's pretty small. For my hands, and my arthritis and carpal tunnel, this size actually works really, really good. Now you'll see that yes, it's got it still has the tail. It's got a tail. The ones that I give away, like, I don't give this size away. I give like the regular size dishcloths away that I have made. I give those that size away as gifts. And my gifts, I do weave the tail in, so then there's no tail at either end. Yeah, so I've got a whole bunch of these, and they come in really, really handy for all kinds of things. And they don't take up very much space. And so normally, like when because I've got two pots, I only have two pots. The larger of the two pots, it has two handles, one on either side, and they're metal. So they get so hot that they have, I've actually burned this hand like 2-3 times from not thinking before I grab. But I did remember yesterday to be more careful. I'm usually pretty good about remembering to be careful. Usually. So yeah, which is why it's only happened 3 times since I moved in here in June. The smaller of my two pots has a long metal handle. It's about like this long, and it doesn't get as hot. So I'm actually able to handle the handle. I'm actually able to hold the handle to pull the pot off the stove. That pot off the stove. Alrighty, now, because this is a WIP and Chat, I only do this on WIP and Chats. So today is Wednesday, December 18th. So here is today's birthday horoscope. You are strong-willed, self-confident, and aggressive, apt to brush opposition aside, regardless of the feelings of others. Your emotions are absolutely under control, and it is hard to tell your true feeling about anything. So there you go. If today is your birthday, happy birthday. And that is your horoscope for today. It's your it's this book. Yeah, I like this book. So, let's get started. As you can see, I've actually done a bit since my last WIP and Chat, and it's back to being flat. I don't know. I seem to be more comfortable with it this way. Quick second for coffee. Yeah. All right. So let's turn this bad boy on. Freezing. I realized immediately after I said it. Yeah. So I do have good news. Canada Post, they have gone back to work. I don't know if I actually said this already in this video or not. I'm pretty sure I said it in yesterday's video. But anyways, yes, Canada Post. Back to work as of yesterday morning. Last night, I was checking my app, because I have the Canada Post app. Because I have a big box, I've mentioned multiple times now. It has been stuck at customs since the 10th of November. The strike started the 15th of November. So I checked my app last night, just, you know, on the off chance. And hooray, hooray, my package is expected to be delivered Friday before 7 p.m. Now, the post office itself closes before 7 p.m. And so it is it's a big, huge honking box. So, unfortunately, duties and customs, I have to pay money. I have to pay duties and customs, because they don't charge that until after it's crossed the border. Yeah, so it's not the person shipping it, but the person receiving it that has to pay, which is annoying. A little bit, I guess. I set aside enough money into my savings account to cover the cost, because I tried paying it last night, because today's payday, so my money was in my account by at 9 o'clock last night. So I was able to pay. Paid the rent, paid the phone bill, paid off a loan, a mini loan. Made a payment on Afterpay. I got another payment from after that. Yeah, that should have actually been paid last week, but I didn't have the money, so it went through. I paid it today. And then I've got another payment for Afterpay next week on the 24th. Oops. I forgot this is a full, very full bottle. Yeah, there we go. So, well, it's less than $20, so I might just go back onto Afterpay and pay it today. Most likely I will. So then I don't have to worry about it. But then the final payment after that, I won't have to worry about, because GST is on the 5th of January. And I know I'll have the money, the payment will come out around then. Anyways, so there have been no changes on my Temu with my 2 packages that I've been waiting for since, well, they've been saying being handed over by customs on November 26th. So, still waiting for an update on that one. I don't know if they're going to go to the mailbox, or if I have to go to the town next door to pick those packages up. Don't quite know yet. We shall see. I am excited about getting them. Finally. I'm gonna place one more order with them. And then hold off for a while. Yeah. Oh goodness. I have a huge shopping list with them. I cleaned it up a bit last night, got rid of a bunch of stuff that was sold out. I think I just got rid of everything that was like on the list that was sold out, I think. But yeah, it's close to 500 items in my shopping list. I just have a handful of items in my shopping cart. Yeah, 2 diamond paintings. One of Cheshire Cat, one of Cookie Monster. There's also a wash machine that I want to get. It's a little collapsible one that I can use in my bathroom. And I can wash everything except for my bedding. Oh, hey, hang on. I got a message from my man. What's he say? Oh boy, the snow's flying today. Yes, it is. Yes, big fat snowflakes falling. I wonder if this time it'll stay. Yeah, so H. So, yeah, so excited about Canada Post ending their strike. And the news about my big box finally arriving this Friday. So excited. I just couldn't get to sleep last night. So yeah, like I could not get to sleep last night. I also used my slow cooker yesterday. It was on almost all day. I threw some frozen chicken into it and thawed it out and started cooking it on low. And then after a couple of hours of that, I cut up a bunch of funky shaped carrots that I got from the food bank. Big, thick, chonky carrots. They were really funny looking. Well, you know the regular shape of carrots. Well, make them a little bit more bulbous, rounded on the ends. A little phallic. Oh my goodness, it was so funny because I didn't even look at them. Like they were handed to me in a bag, so I didn't even see what they looked like before I got them. I didn't look at them when I brought them home. I just kept them in the bag and just shoved them onto a shelf into my fridge until I opened up the bag yesterday and started pulling them out, and it's like, oh my goodness, oh my goodness, oh my god. It was hilarious. And yeah, so I cut them all up, added them to the chicken in the slow cooker. I cooked them up for a few hours. Yeah, left it cooking for a few more hours, and then I'd say about an hour and a half before I ate, possibly even 2 hours. I don't remember. I poured in a bunch of uncooked rice and cooked up the rice. The rice soaked up all of the liquid that was in the slow cooker. So some parts of the chicken were a little dry, but not much. But oh my god. Literally, the chicken literally falling off the bones. And the carrots were still a little on the crunchy side, which I love. I can't eat raw carrots. I miss eating raw carrots. I can't eat raw carrots because they give me indigestion now, which really sucks. They give me really bad indigestion. Yeah, side effect of getting older, I guess. And I keep forgetting I have an onion in the fridge. I gotta use it before it goes bad. I'm worried that it might be bad now. Might have gone bad by now. Oh, goodness. So, yeah, tomorrow I am going to the town next door. I don't have much in the way of money now because of these payments. Yeah, this I hate ads, but I ended up with this one ad while I was playing a game. I think could have been watching while I was watching a YouTube video, but this ad for they're like a small loan business called Bree, BREE, and they're like, yeah, we'll lend you up to $450. I think it's $450 or $350. Yeah, I think it's $350. Up to $350. Doesn't matter what your credit is. And they give you like a month or something. They give you a time frame for paying it back. And I'm like, okay, well, I'll give them a try and see, right? And so I've actually used them twice now. The first time they let me, I borrowed, they lent me $35, and yeah, it's legit. They within a matter of minutes of being approved, I had $35 in my account, which was awesome. And then when I got paid last month, I paid it back, and of course there's a little bit of interest. So it was, I think it came to like $45. Yeah. This time, last week I borrowed $45, which enabled me to be able to afford to buy $50 worth of groceries. Yeah, $50 worth of groceries. And I paid them back. It was like $58, I believe. So yeah, it is a little bit of extra money for like the interest, but still within my price range. But I don't know what the chart like. I'm on the free trial. Apparently it's a free trial right now, so I don't know how much it is, how much they charge per month to use their services. If it's actually, I don't think I'm going to be needing to use their services again. Hopefully, as long as I'm a good girl and stop over shopping at Temu. Now that I'm not doing Fishland anymore, because yes, I stopped doing the Fishland after I got my freebies. I was supposed to get $70 credit as well. I missed, I just skimmed through it so fast. I accidentally, I didn't read what it said. So like, I got my 3 freebies and no credit. I was like, wait a minute, what? So apparently that credit, they just threw that onto, they're just I don't know. I really don't know. But you know what? At this point in time, don't really care. I'm not going to spend the better part of a year trying to get 3 more freebies and hopefully get that $70 credit. I'm good. I got my 3 freebies. I got 3 freebies, and well, if I ever end up with like 8 Canadian friends that play Fishland, then I might go back to playing Fishland. Maybe, I don't know. It is a little bit time consuming. And I have other things that make me money. Oh, excuse me. Like I use Mist Play to play games and redeem points for money for Amazon. I actually just redeemed 1,800 points last night. I had like 2,000 points, so I redeemed 1,800 for $5 on Amazon. So that's going to be added to my Amazon balance. And that I'm using to, I'm saving up to get myself a lawnmower. It's a 3-in-1 lawnmower. And if I could, I would actually order it right now because it went down in price from like $160 to $126.99. Yeah. Yeah. So, but I don't have enough saved up. I gotta save up at least another $100 before I'll have enough. And it's not just Mist Play that I am redeeming, getting the money from. I also play games through an app called Just Play. I was using an app called Best Play, but then all of a sudden Best Play went down. Yeah, like 2-3 months ago, Best Play went down. So then I found Just Play, and it's pretty much the same thing, but more game options. So I periodically play that and get points that get me a little bit of money here, a little bit of money there. I can cash out anytime I want. They update they refresh the points every 3 hours, and I can cash out at any time after the first 3 hours, as long as there's money there to cash out. So like I could cash out like 16 cents if I wanted to. I usually wait until it's around $1 and then I cash it out. Yeah, so I currently have $30 and change. I think 79 cents. Yeah, so I've got about $30 on my Amazon account, which is awesome. I'm doing pretty good. Not spending any of it. Usually I end up spending it on ebooks, but don't really have much time for reading lately because I'm so flippin' busy with YouTube videos. I'm watching live streams and watching videos and making videos, and yeah, so, and that keeps me pretty busy. I actually finally fell asleep this morning It was about 4 o'clock this morning when I fell asleep, because this one YouTuber that I watch, Shizzy Wiznut, he goes on, he starts his live stream at, well, it's 6:30 a.m. his time, which is 3:30 a.m. my time. So yeah, I was up watching him at 3:30 this morning, and was laying down listening to him, and then I fell asleep. Oh, excuse me. And I woke up. Yeah, I woke up. What time was it that I woke up? About an hour and a half ago. Yeah, something like an hour and a half ago. Yeah. So I did not get that much sleep, but I did have a nap yesterday. So, but yeah, so with my box getting here on Friday, fingers crossed that it does get here early enough on Friday that I don't end up having to wait until Monday to pick it up. Oh wait, 20, 21, 22, 23. So yeah, Monday would be the 23rd. So yeah, they would most likely would still be open. Because, yes, with it arriving on Friday, I'm going to be doing a live stream. My first ever live stream, where I was not a guest, but the host. Because I've been a guest on, with Star and KY Philly. I can't remember. I think it was Star's channel. I don't know, like, 2, maybe 3 times I was on their live stream, a live stream with them, and I cannot remember whose channel it was actually through, but, yeah. Those rare occasions when I actually show my face. Oh, there's a scary thought. I'm being a silly goose. Yeah, so I'm excited. I am looking forward to that, but I am still going to, I don't know if there's any Christmas wintry canvases in the box that is coming. So I will still be getting a Christmas one for the Ho Ho Horrific December event. Yeah, it'll be a ho ho but not horrific, unless I luck out and find something scary, which I highly doubt. I highly doubt, because all those Karens out there would have a conniption fit if their children were able to see something like that just hanging out, like on display, something scary. I actually came across the zombie Santa and the zombie reindeer canvas. I was watching Mushy's recent video where she showed where she did the words. Excuse me. She was showing people's canvases for the event, and I think I saw 2 different people doing this particular canvas. So I was excited. I was excited when I came across it on Temu. Oh, sorry about that. It's that coffee. I get to talking and working on my canvas and I forget I've got coffee here. I really should drink my coffee before I start recording. Sorry, but goodness. My nose. I hate allergies. Oh, goodness. Okay. Continuing on with the letter A. Big A, little a, what begins with A? Sorry. Used to have a video for one of my kids. It was a speaking alphabet or a musical alphabet or something. I can't remember, but it was a cute little video. About the alphabet. And the alphabet is alive. And they work in a factory. Each room is a different letter, and I think it's mice. I think it's a mouse. Takes you on a tour of the alphabet factory. I cannot remember which of my kids had it. It was probably my oldest, Brooke. But then again, it could have been Emily, my daughter Emily. But yeah, probably was Brooke. I used to have a large collection of VeggieTales. She really liked VeggieTales. I really liked VeggieTales. I still like VeggieTales. I even had a couple of VeggieTales, at least one VeggieTales book. I had the Pirates Who Almost Never Do Anything. That one's cute. Yeah, that one was a cute book. And I also had the video that went, yeah. Yep. Jill mentioned in her live stream yesterday about silly songs with Larry. Yes, silly songs with Larry were always so much fun. I keep hearing a noise, and I'm worried it might be water dripping or something along those lines. Oh, goodness. Yep, it's still snowing. So when I'm done my video, I'm gonna have to go and explore part of my place. And yeah, I've got to clean the litter box. I have to get some fresh sawdust from outside, which means actually going outside, leaving the safety and security of my little domicile, and take my garbage out and actually put my sawdust away. Yes, I admit, I still have not gotten off my fat butt and put it away. Because that, of course, requires going outside, and I gotta drain the tanks. That's true. I gotta do that too. I do not like going outside. I'm not agoraphobic. I'm slightly claustrophobic. I keep hearing that noise. Huh. Very odd. And in this thing, a little bit scary, because I don't want to have to deal with leaks. Not after all the hard work that my parents went through sealing this place up and winterizing it. They were both very sore for like 3 days after putting the silver insulation sheets up on the roof. Yeah, 3 days. They were up there for a few hours. They were up there for a few hours on their hands and knees, spreading it out, flattening it out, cutting around stuff up there, the vents, and taping it all up. Yeah. But yeah, they were both super sore for like 3 days. And I do feel really bad that I was unable to go up there and help them. But hugely terrified of ladders that are not bolted down in any way. And I hate it. I really, really hate it. It's not fun. It's definitely not fun when you start freaking out and stressing out and you're just standing on the bottom rung of a ladder holding on white knuckles and you just start crying. Oh goodness, excuse me. Ooh, quick coffee break. Much better. It is cooling down a lot though. My coffee. I gotta hurry up and finish it. Dirty old used putty. No more Y's. Okay. So yeah, it is snowing like a bugger out there still. Yep. And it's practically a whiteout. For those of you who have little to no experience with snow, or just have never heard of a whiteout, it's where it's white everywhere you look. And it's, I don't know if it's worse, or almost as bad, but it's pretty bad. I think it's just as bad, if not worse, than fog at night. Super thick fog, if you've ever experienced that. That is scary. My dad taught me a trick for driving through fog at night in the dark. Don't use your high beams. That just makes it worse. And yeah, he was right. When my dad gives me advice when it comes to driving, I listen. Anybody that's got more experience than me with driving, I pay attention. Especially with my dad, because my dad, yeah, he's done a lot of driving in his lifetime. he's got over 60 years. Or around 60 years. Because he's 76, so yeah, he's got about 60 years driving experience, something like that. Maybe a little bit less. I don't know. Never did ask him how old he was when he first started driving. But considering he had 3 older brothers, he probably learned at a young age. With their help. Oh my goodness. Oh my goodness. The stories that he used to tell. The stories that he's got about when he was younger. Now, I know I have not told you this story. It is a very funny story. When my dad was in school, there was one day he was just walking down the hallway when these 2 guys came up behind him. They picked him up. Yeah, they picked him up and carried him. He wasn't a very big guy, so it was pretty easy. They picked him up and they carried him into the girls' washroom, and they hooked his belt over a hook on the wall, because in the girls' washrooms back then, they had a row of hooks on the wall for the girls to put their to hang their purse. Because in high school, yeah, the girls carried a purse back then. Yeah. Crazy, isn't it? That they could actually leave their purse hanging out on the wall in the washroom outside of the stall and not worry about someone coming along and stealing it or rummaging through it or anything like that. So anyways, yeah, they hung him up by his belt on one of the hooks on the wall and left him there. And it wasn't just his belt, but a belt loop as well. So yeah, he was stuck. He was not able to get himself down. And yeah, he was there for a few minutes, and then a couple of girls came in to use the washroom. They they walk in and they see him and they stop and they're looking at him. He's looking at them and he's like, "Don't mind me, ladies, just hanging around." They left, came back with a female teacher. She left, came back with a couple of male teachers. And they got him off the hook. And yeah, he got into trouble for being in the girls' room, in the ladies' room, in the girls' washroom. Yeah, like he was like, as if he was the one that actually like put himself up there. Yeah, no. But yeah, he got in trouble. He got in trouble a lot in school. Unintentional, obviously. Yeah, boys were not, I don't remember, I do not know, I don't know if my dad ever told me how many different high schools he went to. That, yeah. But, there was, the one high school, he, yeah, being the youngest of 4 boys, one of the rules at the high school, my dad had these work boots that had spurs on them, metal spurs. If you don't know what spurs are, they're those On cowboy boots, they're a metal U-shaped thing that sticks to the back of the cowboy boot, and it's got a wheelie thing. It can either be like a smooth round, or it could be like, it could look like a star almost, with points. They're used to jab a horse when you're like poke a horse, like when you reach your foot back to, you jab the horse to get them to go. My dad had a pair, his work boots, he had a pair of those spurs on them. And there was an actual written rule where you were not allowed to have those at school. And he was wearing, and like they were work boots, so he was wearing them at school one day because because after school that day he was going to be going and helping one of his older brothers with working, and rather than like packing the boots around, he just wore them to school. And like, well, they make that cha-ching, cha-ching, cha-ching sound when you're walking, and he's like walking down the hallway, and there's like a whole bunch of, and it's like between classes, and so the hallway was full of other students, and the principal was at one end of the hall, and he screamed out my last name. Yeah, just screamed it out, just because he knew. He knew. He knew who it was. Hollered out my dad's name. Yeah, my dad got in trouble for it. Yeah. Oh yeah, all the teachers, by the time my dad got to school, the teachers were already well prepared. Oh no, no, not another one. How many are there? Yeah. Yeah, well, his older brothers were troublemakers a bit. Nobody messed with my dad because of who his older brothers were. Like, yeah, my dad was the smallest of the 4 boys. Easily picked on because of his size. But yeah, nobody messed with him because of who his brothers were. Although, he did tell me about a story about this one school, this one high school. It was mostly Native Americans. Like the population of white students, including my dad, was 3. Yes, 3. All the rest were Native American. First day of school, my dad's walking down the hall, and like it was like full of these Native American guys. And he's walking down the hall. All of a sudden, he feels this guy came up behind him, tapped him on the shoulder. My dad turned around, elbow up, and smacked the guy in the nose with his elbow. Broke the guy's nose, which is not an easy thing to do. Native Americans have extra thick cartilage in their nose, apparently, so it is really hard to break their nose. My dad did it easily. That guy, yeah, he broke the guy's nose, and the guy's like, "It's a good thing that you did that, because he was it just meant, because my dad had done that, broke the guy's nose, it just meant the other Native Americans down the hallway were not gonna mess with him like they had planned to do." Yeah. So, and the 2 of them actually became really good friends. My dad ended up, like, he was really good friends with a lot of Native Americans with where he grew up. In northern BC, and he used to hang out with them a lot and drink with them a lot. Yeah, a lot. Yeah, he, oh, I'm gonna have to try and remember to tell you in another video about this time that, he went to join the military and, okay, he tried to join the military. His first night in the barracks, a fight broke out because of him. Most likely that means he said something to somebody and it started a fight. Because my dad's not a physical fighter. He's a verbal fighter. Yeah. Yeah. So, yeah, he, of course, got arrested and had to go to court and, excuse me, was sent home. Basically, he was sent home. I'll tell you the story about his trip home in another video, if I remember. I'll eventually, I'll remember eventually, and I'll tell it to you, and because yeah, it's pretty funny. Let's just say lots of drinking involved. But anyways, so yeah, as you can see, my dad, like, yeah, he lived a full life. Okay, that just made it sound like he's no longer here. He is still here. He's still here. But yeah, he had a very, very active youth. He worked in lots of... he grew up in a smaller town than me. Like, way smaller town. Like 2 or 3 different smaller towns. Kitimat, Camano, and Hines Creek. They're all up north. Well, north of here anyways. I think Camano, I can't remember, Kitimat or Camano, one of those two. The town consisted of the families of the employees, the men that worked on building a dam, I believe, if memory serves me correctly. And when construction was done, everybody moved. Everybody moved out of that town, and then they just tore the town down. Yeah, tore down all the buildings. Although a few years back, I overheard an old guy in the store saying that they were bringing they were actually bringing the town back. There was talk about bringing it back. It's like, really cool. My dad grew up there. Spent some time there. Yeah, he lived there for a while because his dad worked there. And actually my dad's first job was doing setting pins at the bowling alley. They didn't have those fancy schmancy machines that would pick up the bowling pins and set them up. Back when my dad was younger, they actually had young boys. They'd have 1 or 2 young boys that would sit in the back, and whenever the pins got knocked over, they'd go over and pick them up and move them out of the way, and then when it was time to set them up, they would set them up. Yeah, my dad's first job. A lot of the young boys in that town, that was their first job. Yeah. I thought that was an interesting story when my dad told me it. Okay, when I did this section last night, this section here, my roller popped apart. I am still pressing too hard. I don't think I'm pressing too hard, but apparently I'm still pressing just a bit too hard. I can't help it. I cannot help it. I don't know. The word paranoid comes to mind, thinking that the drills are going to pop off if I don't use if I don't press down hard enough. Like I just fixed one that was sticking up just a touch. But I know on here, number 6 on the instructions at the bottom of the canvas here, it says, after finishing, slightly press down the diamonds with your hand or a book to ensure that the diamonds are firmly attached. In one of Katya from from Carpe Diem Diamond Painting, in one of her videos, I saw that she actually has an old cast iron, I think it's cast iron. It's a little it's a little metal iron, and it's like this big. It has a handle, and it's for ironing, it's for pressing, for like ironing clothes, but it's like one of the old-fashioned ones that you would actually set on a wood stove to heat it up, and then do your ironing, and then go back, because it's not the kind that you plug in or anything like that. I saw that and it's like, oh my goodness, my dad used to have a couple of those. He actually had one like that. He also had one that had like a little ball-shaped thing on the front of it. It was like an early version of the steam iron, because you pour water into the little ball shaped thingy at the end. Yeah, that would have been really handy, because that I could just take that and just set it down and leave it for a minute, and then yeah. Oh my goodness, I love coffee. I know I've said it before, I'll say it again. I love coffee. I've loved coffee all my life. Oh my goodness. Okay, I'm gonna go. Jill from Diamond Painting with the Edwards Family, she starts in about an hour and a half, so that gives me plenty of time to upload this video. And I think it's light enough out. Oh, I'm gonna slide open my blind, and I'm gonna show you snow. Look at the snow. Look at that. Oh my goodness, it is snowing like a bugger out. Yes, look at it all. Yeah, it's pretty much a whiteout out there. Yeah. I bet if you're like driving across along the highway, because the town next door is in that direction, and just down the road a little ways is a lake. The bridge goes over a river, and then there's big river, lake, whatever. And I bet because of how thick the clouds are, and with all the snow, you wouldn't be able to see the little mountains on the other side of the lake. So, oh my goodness, look at this. So, all right. Now, okay, it's called Cosmic Consciousness. Now you can see, you can see the face. You can kind of see a hand and the arm, and here's the leg and the shoulder and the explosion out of the mind there, right? And it looks like planets, solar system type stuff going on over there. This is, it's a jumble. But from a little bit further, yeah, from further back, it does have there is a little bit of detail. Just like down here, it's going to look really cool when it's done, but there is going to be loss of detail. There is a bit of loss of detail along down here and here, and yeah. And it's the same over here as well, but it's going to look pretty cool when it's done. I think so, at least. Anyways, so that's going to be it for me, and I'll see you in the next one.